So we've gotten word that the rehearsal for Tuesday, so it's a tundra outside. It's like currently -8 degrees. We've gotten notification that the rehearsal for Tuesday has been canceled. So that leaves us with one less rehearsal. And of course, we already had very few rehearsals, including only one with the soloists. So now we've lost one with the orchestra. That's not great. So I am now driving across Chicago, an hour away, because we have only one rehearsal with everybody, both soloists and the orchestra.
And I'll be there for some of those rehearsals. I'll be back before Vadim gets back.
Okay, guys, would you actually, talking about that, would you remind me of those days, which ones each of you is available?
Yeah, this is
Forget it, because I know that then, Vadim, you're going to be on tour. I don't want, and on tour you're not going to bring your instruments.
No, but I have them at my house. I can pretty much measure.
So today I'm heading out to meet with one of the soloists and hear his part through and help him through it in prepping it, since there really won't be a lot of time for them to put their stuff together. Like with the orchestra, there's such limited time. So it's got to come in kind of ready to go and then put it together with the orchestra. So we're going to go and check out mallets and sounds and instruments and work through some of the solo, like cadenza parts and the ad-lib parts, the like kind of groove sections that were made. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's like 19 degrees here in Chicago. The lake is not great today. It is fucking freezing.
And then what happens here? Solo cadenza?
And then then I would, so the measure before, so yeah, because they have the and then you kind of go into it. So I would kind of build into it.
Yeah, I'm going to start slow.
Yeah.
Then I'll come up with something there. Here's 126. Yeah. And then at the end, I'll just give these guys a big roll and give them the hairy eyeball. And
then they go into the big brum, 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 brum.
Kind of like marimba-ish sound, yeah?
Vadim, you know we never listen to the composer as far as what mallets we're going to use. You know
Of
that.
course, the composer
just
has
do her
studied
work.
with both of us. So
I would love for you to use red mallets.
okay, red, yes,
Red
and
mallet.
wood, whatever you need more articulation. I got it.
The xylophone cadenza was that, like, you know, typically the xylophone's always treated like, okay, we're just gonna be blazing fast. But I was like, it would be cool to see the xylophone as, like, you know, stronger and more beautiful as opposed to just blazing fast. That's why I like the opening with the idea of, yeah, whatever mallet you think work there. If it's possible in one of the spots where you can stop and you want to do a mallet change so you have a different color, that's cool too.
Not just that, Tim, we're getting a different xylophone for the cadenza as well. So it's going to be really delicate and very thin, and it's the original xylophone, the original Gusikov xylophone. So I've been like shedding that, so it's going to look really cool.
The rhythm that you have at L is with Vadim with a
Yeah, okay. Yeah, two of those in a row. Yeah, I got that. Got that going. Then we're in 12/8.
Then we're in trouble.
That's where the trouble starts. Oh, I can do it, sure.
It's the violin.
I like to see violins do it.
Yeah. 160.
I could do it at what, you know, when. Actually, it was 160. Now, do I play pretty straight here?
120. Just don't confuse people. So don't go into like the bop bop bop. Like
How about this?
right, yeah, and then the violins will all cry.
Why not? I love that.
You can do that at the second one. I'll say,
Really well.
as it's written, which who cares what the composer does, but 4 measures before S is in Sam, it notes like soloist 2 solo. So, and that was just written because I was imagining, a little bit of a give and take between the 2 soloists, because all of the notation there for both of you is improv, right? So,
okay.
That.
Well, then we'll get together on that.
Yeah.
With the shaker ray, see how that works, or whatever we have.
It's pretty low. My shaker is pretty low.
Okay, good.
It is December now, and coming up to delivery of parts this week, actually, in a couple days. So it's been kind of like a non-stop session of working late on parts and the score and moving things around the percussion section, because we discovered with the premiere at Auditorium Theater, there's, oh, Lance, are you being crazy? Yeah, there's Lance being crazy.
So one of the things which we could talk about is that, like, the tom drums, some of the licks don't have to be necessarily what they are, because I didn't know if you were doing a 1 2 3 4 5 or a 1 2 3 4 5, like in a row,
Yeah.
So that kind of change, and like I would have thought specifically about which, because sometimes it's a descending line and sometimes it's ascending.
Yeah, you were thinking of it in a row. I actually changed it. I put them all in a row.
Okay.
Rather than like that, because I think it lays better for what you wrote.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking in a row, but
yeah, I could tell you were, because I could tell you were, because this makes it a lot easier to play what you wrote when it's like that. I couldn't get the bongo stand that low though. I had to cut off a piece of I had to cut off about 8 inches of the stand to get it to go down that low.
Mm.
The things we do for you, Tim.
Inventing new things.
So doing the premiere at Auditorium Theater is very cool, but at the same time, because they're going to be pushing the orchestra in front of the stage kind of near the proscenium, it's going to be pretty jam-packed for this full orchestra plus all of this percussion. So I've had to rearrange things and move things around, had to cut up a section that was going to include like hand drumming, because the stage isn't really going to support the percussionists moving around very much. So yeah, had some reworking to do. Sounded good?
Anything out there?
A little bit. I was like walking out there, and then you guys stopped before I got there. But it sounded. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it sounded good. I think so, from what I could tell. I'll be out there for the dress rehearsal. I wasn't really listening. I wasn't really paying attention.
Thanks. Composer or something?
He said he's going to go get something, like an additional 4 feet of space. So if that doesn't work, then I think we just take these out, put one on each side. It'll be lower, but...
I think he was grabbing another riser from the basement because they didn't want to reset. Because the only trouble with doing that is that he can't step down. Like, he'll be a foot too high when playing the vibes.
Right.
Who wrote this shitty piece? Oh my god. What an asshole.
And far enough that we can put the last row of graphs. The second row of
Oh, you are going to move for rehearsal?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Of course, there's a little bit of trouble that happens with Auditorium Theater. We got there and there weren't enough risers. The percussion couldn't fit, which was a little interesting. And so seeing that get solved was interesting. So we should mark all of your stands and gear, because otherwise it's going to take forever to figure it out again.
Yeah. Sure, you got a little piece.
We should strike it. Stripe it all.
Yeah, once everything's set,
You're going to spike it? Okay, great, thank you.
But we did solve it, which is the most important part. Currently can't get lights, so they're doing scales. So today is the first rehearsal. We had the actual first rehearsal canceled due to crazy Chicago weather. It was something like -30 wind chill. So Roosevelt University closed school, and so rehearsals were canceled. Yeah, so now we were delayed. Lost rehearsal, which is not great, but it is Thursday. So our first rehearsal, I'm on my way to the reading. It's been just like a crazy couple of weeks with lots of things going on. Did another kind of like over the phone rehearsal discussion with Ed about the piece and the parts, making some last minute changes as well. So lots developing with it. Specifically, there was like a lick that I wrote that it was made to be super hard, right? It's a concerto. It's supposed to be challenging. But kind of due to the timeline that we have to put this whole thing together, decided to make some changes because, you know, like the percussion section isn't able to move because auditorium theater has restrictions with the stage and kind of size. So had to make adjustments with what they're doing. So this whole hand drum section has been removed, and then like the back and forth kind of solos between the two soloists and the orchestra, and then also like the percussion cadenza, all had to be changed because of basically the adjustment within auditorium theater. So yeah, it's been interesting to say the least, and yeah, now I'm excited to get to hear the piece with live orchestra for the first time ever.
And I'm also glad that I'm not writing it anymore because I'm sick of it.
You did amazing, man.
It's
like,
no longer my problem. It's your
Thanks, Tim.
All right.
Bravo again. All right. I'll see you soon. Yep.
Ciao.